called Building a Culture of Data Protection Development Counts Too. Now in this blog post, I've put a stake in the ground for things that I think are really important that we in the IT profession stop doing wrong. And that thing is taking a backup of a database and then using it for test and development data in the development and testing environments. This is really common. I've yet to come across an organization that is not doing this, even though it's taking real people's sensitive data and moving it to environments that I'd say most of the time have virtually no protection or very little protection. And so in my blog post, I've put a stake in the ground and said, using production data for dev and test data is wrong. It's always wrong. Of course, then I give an exception or two. But anyway, the reason it's wrong isn't just that the laptops developers carry around and leave in their cars or leave on a bus puts that data at risk. It's that your production environment does not include examples of all the test cases that you should be testing during dev and test. We should be developing test data as a result of having written our user stories and developed test cases from them. We should have sample data that tests all the paths through those test cases, as well as outliers and extreme examples. So things like customers who have no last name at all. The business might have come up with a way of dealing with those customers, but unless we have that way in our test data and in our test cases, it'll never get tested. We need to be able to test all kinds of not just individual pieces of data, but combinations of them. So things like so using production data, it's fast, it's easy. So that's why people do it. But it's also extremely high risk. It's also totally unneeded. And third, it costs us money every time there's a breach. And with the advent of the poor DBA who did that backup of production and gave to the developers, prison time. So I know you love your job, but do you love the data well enough to avoid prison? Anyway, I could keep going on with this. I'll probably do some more videos. But check out my blog post at thwack.solarwinds.com and find out if you agree with me. Do you think I'm right and wrong? Right now, I think most of the people who've posted comments there have told me I'm wrong. So come tell me I'm wrong. Come convince me that using production data in test environments is the right way to do things.